That was creepy.
Okay, I'm super excited about today's episode
Me too.
because unlike previous weeks, I have come prepared.
Oh, unlike previous weeks. Okay.
I am researched
Okay.
and ready
Okay.
to talk about...
Hockey.
Oh, no. I thought you said Pocky. I thought we were talking about Pocky.
No, this episode is about hockey.
I brought a bag of Japanese snacks.
All right. Well, maybe this episode is going to be about hockey.
And Pocky.
Yeah.
Cue the music.
Did it work? I love it.
Oh, we're lame sauce.
I'm Paige,
And I'm Rebecca.
and this is,
Made from what's left.
and we are also made from what's left. Occasionally.
Do you want some Pocky trivia so
Oh
that
my
I can
God.
actually
You have-
prove to you that I am prepared?
Okay. Yeah.
I have
yeah.
Pocky
Gimme,
trivia.
gimme.
Okay, Pocky were invented in 1966 by Yoshiaki Koma. The original name of Pocky was Chocotech,
That's a cool name.
right? But they were renamed Pocky because it sounds
Wait.
like what?
Because they wanted to rhyme with hockey.
Yes.
Sorry.
Pocky was inspired by the Japanese onomatopoeia
Okay.
for the sound that they make when they're snapped.
What? So, if we snap one on mic,
It won't sound like the word Pocky, but it'll sound like the Japanese word for the snapping sound. Prove me wrong. Prove me
all
wrong.
right. All right.
The original flavor was chocolate.
As it should be.
There are now over 50 flavors worldwide.
50.
I have brought 11 of those flavors with me tonight.
Are we going to try all 11?
We're going to try all 11.
Excellent.
When they were first invented, they were completely dipped in chocolate. Like end to end, dipped in
Oh.
chocolate.
Problematic.
Problematic. They were very messy to eat.
Yeah.
So then they left like the last inch undipped
That-
for hygienic purposes.
That was a good move.
Right? So they're portable. They're shareable.
They're delightful.
They're delightful. They're highly satisfying. Should we start by trying a Pocky?
Let's do it.
Okay, we have 11 flavors. We have chocolate milk, banana pudding, strawberry milk, raspberry blueberry, peach, whole wheat, which they call wholesome Pocky, milk flavor, cherry, mousse, almond crush, and the one I'm most looking forward to you trying, green tea.
Green tea candy.
What do you want to try? Do you want to try wholesome?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going for it. Wholesome.
It's a good.
It's a whole wheat biscuit dipped in dark chocolate with some curious nubbins. I don't know. Is that my favorite? It's not particularly
coconutty.
snappy. I think the wholesomeness is taking away from the chocolateness.
Young Rebecca is looking at me like I'm absolutely out of my mind. You know what? I got some listener feedback from none other than my sister.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
She said that we should do a better job of explaining who young Rebecca is.
Or
Or do we just let people think it's your alter ego?
people show up every week to find out more about young Rebecca. And then they leave both disappointed and intrigued.
My only goal is to make young Rebecca red-faced each and every episode.
We're like 4 minutes in and
Yeah,
we've done it. It matches her Starbucks.
yeah. Yeah.
So we're good.
all right.
Okay, so I think we should wait to have another Pocky. We'll let the wholesomeness.
Okay.
So you want to talk about the local hockey team?
Yeah. All right, sure. Let's talk about maybe like the history of hockey in Winnipeg.
Oof, why don't you start? Hey, wait, I have a question.
All right, give her.
A, has Winnipeg ever won the Stanley Cup? And B, if so, how many times?
Okay, well, they've either won it 3 times or never, depending on who you ask.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't say the Winnipeg Jets.
What did you say?
I just said Winnipeg.
Yeah. So they've either won it 3 times or never.
It's like Schrodinger's hockey. They have both won it, not at all, and thrice. The Winnipeg Victorias.
The Winnipeg Victorias won it 3 times, and
1896.
there was no NHL at the time.
1901.
So the NHL diehards won't accept those as Stanley Cup wins.
And 1902.
Thanks for timelining that.
You're welcome. I found a super hot picture of the Winnipeg Victorias that I'm going to share on our socials.
Okay, cool.
At Made From Pod.
Oh, look at you. That was seamless.
I'm a professional. I don't know what it is about like the old timey hockey players.
Well, part of
Their
it is
sweaters. They're kind of hot.
Yeah, they look like human beings too, because they're not covered in so much padding, which is both good and bad.
True.
Ultimately.
And also, fun fact, the playoff beard hadn't been invented yet.
That's why they all look so good.
They look wholesome.
I like a beard, though. Well.
Yes, you do. We're beard enthusiasts.
Sorry. I've got a couple fun facts for hockey history.
Also, fun fact, young Rebecca, I don't know if you know this, Paige has never taken me to a hockey game.
Also, fun fact, young Rebecca, Roy has taken me to hockey games.
At least 2 that we know of.
But I think I donated a jersey to you for the cause.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hit me with some fun facts.
Of course, in 1889, that's 1889. Oof. Hockey officially got started in Winnipeg. The Winnipeg Victorias.
Yes. Stanley Cup winning Winnipeg Victorias.
And do you know the name of the other team at the time? The other official team at the time?
The Winnipeggers?
They were referred to as the Winnipeg Hockey Club.
Oh, yeah.
But they were actually called the Winnipeg Winnipegs.
I am all for that naming.
It would simplify things.
The Winnipeg Winnipegs.
That's 2 W's, I guess, right? If we're going for the W. The first official game is played at the Winnipeg Street Railway Rink.
Where was that located?
At Jubilee and Osborne.
Oh.
The corner with the commemorative or the memorial streetcar.
Ava Fletcher Park.
I'm sure that it has a name. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Ava Fletcher Park.
Okay.
If I'm right,
okay,
I win a box of Pocky.
All right. So that rink was built by Albert Austin, who was the manager of the Winnipeg Street Railway Company in 1888.
Cool.
As in, the rink was built in 88.
So that's why there's a trolley car.
Yeah.
In Ava Fletcher Park.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
Yeah. Isn't that neat?
That is super neat.
So the first game that was played, like sort of the first official game, played between the Winnipeg Victorias and Montreal. And Winnipeg won. So,
huzzah.
Suck it, Habs. I mean, congrats to the Winnipeg Victorias.
Excellent work. Suck it, Habs.
Do you want to know what what the Winnipeg Victorias chant was?
Well, they were named after Queen Victoria, so perhaps they were chanting, "We are not amused."
Cut off their heads. Oh no, it wasn't her.
She didn't say that ever. Ironically,
let them eat cake.
Years later, her statue would be beheaded.
Ironically.
What was their chant?
I'm not going to be able to say this with a straight face. I'm going to try and say it in chant form.
Okay.
Hobble gobble, razzle dazzle, sis boom ba. Victoria, Victoria. Rah, rah, rah.
Huzzah! Just a simple "Go Victorias" would have
know.
sufficed.
Go Vic, go. I don't know. Make it simple. A crowd has to yell it.
Well, clearly it got them going.
Yeah, and I might be a little sentimental about a time when crowds chanting were more ambitious. Yeah, so Winnipeg Victorias won the Stanley Cup 3 times in 1896, 1901, and 1902.
You don't say.
Or, because did I just repeat something you already said?
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of my thing. Or they won it never.
Well, they won it, but the Winnipeg Jets had not been invented yet.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've come to the Winnipeg Falcons.
I have many facts about the Winnipeg Falcons.
I'm glad that you do.
I'm passionate about the Winnipeg Falcons.
Because you like Icelandic men?
Well, they were big. They talked funny, according to the history.
You like Sigfusons? First Olympic.
Don't step all over my fun facts.
God damn it. All right. Tell me about your Winnipeg Falcons.
My Winnipeg Falcons. So they were formed in 1911. And at the time, Winnipeg was largely British.
And French.
Yes. And the hockey teams at the time were of mostly British descent.
And exclusionary of all other
Very
nationalities.
exclusionary. So there was a group of young men who were Icelandic and they wanted to play hockey. So they formed the Winnipeg Falcons. And they were a very tight-knit group. They formed a very tight bond. And when one player enlisted to fight in the First World War, all of his teammates joined him.
These are my people.
On the eve of Remembrance Day, as we're recording,
we
can mention that the Winnipeg Falcons were war heroes.
We should.
We should.
Maybe.
And we are. So they went off to war. They fought in the First World War. And sadly, 2 of them were killed in battle. But when they returned back to Winnipeg, they picked right up where they left off and went on to win the Allen Cup in 1920.
Amazing.
Fun fact about 1920, it was the first year that men's hockey was played in the Olympic Games.
Tell me more.
So the Winnipeg Falcons were made Team Canada. It was easier just to send a winning team. They were made Team Canada, sent to Belgium to compete in the Olympics. And they won all of their games. And they were the first gold medalists in men's Olympic hockey.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, right?
I heard a rumor that they were coaching the other teams.
I don't doubt it.
And not only that, but the Americans were late.
Yes. Americans showed up late. Apparently the Swedish team had neckties with their jerseys. They were wearing they dressed for the Olympics.
Do we have a picture of this?
I don't think we do.
Oh.
But apparently the Swedish team were wearing neckties. One of the teams had been practicing with a curved stick and ball. And found the flat puck to be very problematic.
Were they practicing on ice?
It doesn't say.
That might be a whole different sport.
So yeah, and then while they were over there, they took time to go and tour some of the military cemeteries and some of the more meaningful sites in Europe.
Amazing.
Came back to a big ticker tape parade.
Yes.
Can you imagine everyone gathered at Portage and Main for a ticker tape parade?
It was a mile long.
Yeah. And we will do that when the Jets again win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll do it for them.
Shortly.
Do you want a fun fact about Canadian hockey?
I do.
At the Olympics?
Yeah.
Canada is the most successful country in Olympic ice hockey. 22 medals, including 13 gold.
Holy smokes.
Of those 22 medals, 7 were won by our Canadian national women's team. 5 gold and 2 silver.
Nice.
Nice.
Go girls.
Right? So the more games the women play, of course, they're going to exceed the men at some point.
Yep.
Just saying. That's my fun fact.
That's awesome.
So go Winnipeg Falcons. And we'll share a picture of the Winnipeg Falcons as well.
Okay.
Because they were some handsome Icelandic men.
Is that what this whole podcast is about?
I'm just saying, should we have another Pocky?
Yep.
How about peach?
I have to say,
Well, this is refreshing. And I'm finding that the non-whole wheat stick is a little bit snappier. Mm-hmm. Ooh, did you hear that? I highly recommend the peach. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're like post-1920.
yep.
Where do we go from here?
Let's just zip on up to 1972, shall we?
Oof. 1972, one of the best years.
That's the year the Winnipeg Jets were founded.
Really? Mm-hmm. So had they not left Winnipeg, or I might be jumping ahead here, they would be celebrating their 50th anniversary this year.
Yep. Have you seen the new white jersey? The white
heritage-y ones?
Yeah.
They need some red.
I think that the jerseys look great. Mm-hmm. The new ones. But I don't want one because I won't be able to keep it clean.
Right. Especially not with like jetty dogs. Okay, so 1972, the Jets were founded. The old Winnipeg Arena, the old barn, when was that built?
Ooh. I have some facts about it.
Oh, hit me with some facts. Was that the original home of the newly formed Winnipeg Jets?
I think it actually, yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean newly formed? Oh, newly formed when it was founded.
Yeah.
So,
holy cow. Okay, so the Winnipeg Arena, the old barn, they called it.
That's the one. I don't
Because
think
it
they
was
called.
barn shaped.
Well, not really.
No, it wasn't at all.
No, and it wasn't called the old barn when it was new.
Was it called the new barn? Or was it called our new state-of-the-art arena?
It was called, yeah, something like that. Like, opened in 1955 with 9,617 seats.
Ooh, that's specific.
So we're really into the facts, you know. Expanded in 1979 to 15,565
Okay, here's the question, though.
seats.
But here's my question.
Okay.
Was the building made bigger or were the seats made smaller?
Yes.
It's a valid question.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good question, and I don't know the answer.
Okay.
Of course, it is at the site of, or was originally at the site of what is now called the Polo Park Plaza.
Home of?
Home of Chi-Chi's?
Oh, I guess at the time.
What?
I was going to say, what's there now?
Home Sense?
Yeah. The old Target, rest in peace.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? No, it was closer. It was more closely located to where the open air parkade is, the theater, and Mark's Work Warehouse.
Or Marshall's.
The architect was Moody Moore.
Moody Moore?
Yeah.
Is that two people or is that one person with a fabulous name?
It's two people, both University of Manitoba grads.
Of course.
And it was designed in the international style. Something that is known to some but not to all is that the building was a red brick building.
Really?
Yeah.
Originally red brick?
Dun, 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 dun.
Look at it.
And it was painted white, and from then on referred to as the White House, which may or may not have to do with the fact that it was painted white. Or with the whiteout.
And your family kept showing up there for ribs.
Every New Year's Eve. So red brick building. Isn't that wild?
Look at that young Rebecca. So when they had to demolish that, they had to
get right through all those layers of
they had
paint.
to give it a go. Okay, did you ever attend any hockey games at the old arena?
Maybe one, maybe two.
Like Jets games?
Yeah. Definitely attended some concerts and some Jets games. Yeah.
I attended several concerts. I never went to a Jets game.
What?
At the arena.
Come on.
But I did go see the Winnipeg Warriors.
Oh.
We used to,
Where?
when I was in at the Winnipeg Arena.
Oh.
When I was in grade 6, I was a patrol. And we used to get free tickets to things like Winnipeg Warriors games, which I'm pretty sure they couldn't give those tickets away.
Oh.
It was a good time for all.
Yeah. Did you have a warrior dog?
I don't think so. I'm willing to bet when I was in grade 6 that I had no disposable income.
Well, I do remember going to one game at the old barn.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle asked me if I had ever been to an NHL game.
Mm-hmm.
I said I didn't know. And
Because you were, what, 4?
I was young.
Okay.
And so he took me and my cousin to a Jets game between the Winnipeg Jets and the LA Kings.
Okay.
And while we were there, he bought me a pennant, an LA Kings pennant, incidentally, and wrote on the back of it that now I cannot say I have never been to a Jets game.
So anytime anyone asks you,
Yeah.
you pull out your pennant.
Proof positive.
Fact check it. But now you've been to many
Oh, yeah.
Winnipeg Jets games.
Season ticket holder. That's what I have for the arena. Do you have any other fun facts?
No, I got nothing. But I would like another Pocky.
Okay, let's do it.
Do you feel like staying with the fruit theme, like a raspberry blueberry?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. I'm going in. Raspberry blueberry. It's a purple Pocky.
It's purple and pink.
Ooh. Again, tangy. That's really good. That's an explosion of fruit flavor.
That one grew on me.
That one got better towards the end?
Yeah.
Should we have another one right away or should we wait? Oh, you know what that smells like? That smells like a lip gloss.
Yeah.
It smells a lot like a lip gloss.
Yeah. It smells better than it tastes.
Yeah, that's true. I can't get past lip gloss though.
Yeah.
But you know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to finish it.
Yeah, me too. It totally tastes like lip gloss. Mm-hmm. Didn't some
Like an
pop
Avon
singer
lip gloss.
have a song about this?
I don't know. Wait till we get the cherry flavored one.
She tasted like Pocky and I liked it.
Yeah, that's exactly. When was the Winnipeg Arena torn down?
In
Is that the correct term? Demolished?
demolished.
Imploded? Exploded?
2006.
Oh. I wasn't here.
I saw it.
Was it big and impressive?
I think I actually took maybe a little bit of video, cell phone video of it.
And when did the jets go?
They left in 96.
Oh. I don't remember that. I think I was just really self-centered back then.
Is only back then?
I've really grown as a person since then.
The NH, like the Winnipeg Jets left in 96
Okay.
and returned in 2011.
Okay. Okay, we've pockied. We've talked about the Winnipeg Jets leaving.
Yeah.
RIP. Talked about the arena being torn down. Let's talk about the new arena.
Okay. Do we want to talk about what was there before the new arena?
Yes, because it's a building that was near and dear to me.
Okay.
Well, kind of, because it was the way to get to Eaton Place.
Oh. It was your indoor access to Eaton
much.
Place? Oh.
I think I was in that Eaton's building at least once a week throughout my teenage years, if not 7 times a week.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. There was like that big bus stop out front.
Yep.
Catch the bus back to St. Vital.
Mm-hmm. No, I never did that.
A lot of hanging around in the Eatons. I had, for a time, I had my mom's Eatons card.
Oh.
And she took it away because I was taking my friends for soup and charging it to her card. They had great soup at the Eaton's restaurant.
That seems like the sort of not the worst thing you could have done with the Eaton's card.
Okay, so the Eaton's building.
Yes.
Tell us about it. Built in.
1905.
Oof. She's old.
Yeah. Designed by John Woodman.
Okay. Was he also known for anything?
Yeah, lots. I mean, probably. I don't know. I don't have that in front of me. But it was designed in the Chicago style.
Right. Winnipeg was like a little Chicago of the North.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the buildings in the Exchange were in the Chicago style.
Yeah.
So it would have fit right in.
Yep. So I have a few fun facts about this building.
Really?
I've got some boring facts. So
okay, yeah. Tell us the boring facts.
Okay. Red brick and Bedford stone are supported on a structural steel frame with cast iron columns and heavy wood beams. The building was originally 5 stories.
Okay.
It ended its life as an 8-story building with a gross floor area over 700,000 square feet.
Wow.
Huge.
Huge.
It was the first Eaton's department store built outside of Toronto. Mm-hmm. And it had almost 6 miles of brass tubing to get the cash from the cashiers.
Like vacuum sucked up. That's
I mean,
so cool.
I don't know if it was vacuum, but yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have to wait for your change.
Yeah. No, what?
Well, would they suck the money up and then the change would come out?
No,
or?
that's just to get the money off the cash floor.
Oh.
So 125 cashiers.
You just burst my bubble.
Sorry. That's what I'm here for. That's why I said boring facts.
But apparently when that store opened, like in its heyday, there was some stat that on a given Saturday, it was like 10% of Winnipeg's population would be in that store.
Well, I believe it. I have
right now it's Costco.
I do have a stat that the staffing numbers could reach as many as 8,000 people during peak season.
Kooky.
The original building had a baby carriage shelter.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't they also have like some sort of nursery on the roof?
Yeah, there's a little like seasonally.
Like a tot lot.
Yeah. On the roof with some great views. So the baby carriage thing was attended by a nurse, so you could leave your child with...
Like not just the carriage.
Yeah.
You could leave the child
just
in the
leave
carriage.
it there.
Oh, I love this.
There's probably just like rows and rows and rows of screaming children. So that would have been fun for that nurse.
Little milk-fed faces.
Now, here's the really, like what I think might be the really fun fact.
Okay.
So my grandfather was one of the longest, or maybe the longest serving Eaton's employee ever. Yeah.
Your grandfather?
Yeah. He was the longest serving employee in Eaton's history. He was there for 50 years.
Wow.
He started by cleaning out waste paper baskets at the age of 15.
Okay.
He worked his way up to store manager.
What?
So so I got these facts from my uncle, which is
That's
his
a
son.
meteoric rise to...
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Right?
Little
That's a success story.
waste paper schlepper to store manager. But just wait, there's more.
Oh boy.
So I got all these facts from my uncle,
Uh-huh.
who was his son. So I figured they're probably pretty reliable. Also, he had some other awesome things to tell me.
Okay.
So we figured that's between 1935 and 85, his 50 years. I'm not, he's not super positive about that timeline, but so
The math certainly works out.
yeah, the math works out. Thankfully, he did the math. So this is my grandfather. One of his best friends was Don Beddes, who was the CEO of Gendron. Gendron? Am I saying that right?
I don't even know what that is.
Gendron?
You could say it any way you like, and I still wouldn't know what it is.
So then when my sister was born...
God, she's getting a lot of mentions in this episode.
She is. This is an all Holly episode. Did I ever say her name before?
No.
Oh, there
Now
it is.
we know. Shout out to Holly.
So when Holly was born, my grandfather sent Dawn a telegram saying, "Grandchild born last night. Stop. Healthy baby girl. Stop. Name is Dawn Betty Wilson. Stop."
Dawn Betty. At what point did Holly's name get changed?
Moments later, a truck pulled up outside our house and unloaded the most expensive pram and carriage that Gendron sold.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you were raised in a...
Just whatever
biscuit
was laying
box.
around. Yeah. So this is kind of cool. It didn't age well, as my uncle put it, but the Pine Room menswear was just inside the door of the Eaton store.
Okay.
And this was his idea. So before he got there, the men's clothing was on the 6th floor. And he said, men don't ride 6 elevators up and 6 elevators down to get a tie.
He's a marketing genius, this man.
So they moved the men's clothing to the main floor and increased sales by an order of magnitude. And like 10 times
That's amazing.
increase or something like that. And he hired the first female salesperson in Eaton's history.
What?
Yeah.
These are all fun facts.
Isn't it? And so, but I mean, his reason was because women use the appliances. So who could sell them better?
Well,
Who could better sell them?
oh, the patriarchy. How
So-
adorable. You know who likes to wear a suit with a tie?
The Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah,
On their way into a game?
professional hockey player. They're sharp dressed.
They
on
sure
their way in.
You know who pairs a suit best with a toque?
Who's that?
Winnipeg Jets.
I did notice that it's overcoat season.
It is.
Yeah.
Peacoats. Lovely peacoats.
Peacoats, trench coats,
All of them.
all the coats.
Yeah. That's all I have for you on Eaton, on the original Eaton's building, which of course has a long legacy of a lot of amazing stories and things, and I wish I could tell more, but I mean,
Winnipeggers were very attached to that building.
yes. Oh, one more thing.
Oh boy.
This is interesting to me
Okay.
and hopefully listener. In 1987, they did a laser analysis of the structure,
Sure.
and it was still structurally sound. So after being built as a 5-story building, having another 3 stories added on, and sitting there on horrible Manitoba soil,
Yeah.
it was still in really good shape.
Huh. But they tore it down anyways.
And they tore it down.
When did it get torn down? I feel like I was not a Winnipegger at the time. 1999. Demolished 2003. Sat empty for 4 years.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so 1999. It was closed. 2003, it was demolished.
In 2004, we get
Okay, so we had MTS Center, Bell MTS Center, Canada Life Center.
yes.
Okay. That brings us up to present day. Did we want to talk about how before they tore down Eaton's, people were like protesting and it was like, let's hold hands around Eaton's? And
A sit-in? I don't actually
did
know.
they have a sit-in?
I
Did they have a
don't know.
stand-in?
No.
They like put themselves between
They had a drive
the building and the wrecking ball. There are a couple things that remain from the old Eaton's building.
Yeah.
In the new Canada Life Center,
Like?
a statue of Timothy Eaton
Yeah.
And
With
well, he has with his shiny shoes. So when you walk past the statue of Timothy Eaton, you have to touch his shoe for luck,
or rub it,
or rub it, or lick it. I mean,
whatever you're into.
you might as well. And so it's like the shiniest part of the statue.
Yeah.
From all the fondling that it receives.
Are you going to include a photo of that?
I will include a photo of that.
Excellent.
Because we were recently in that building.
Yeah.
Statue of Timothy Eaton and also some plaques commemorating war heroes. Is that correct?
Yeah. Not just war heroes, but Eaton employees who were lost in the war.
Oh.
The plaques and the statue of Timothy Eaton can be found on the second level.
Mm-hmm. Will it be a concourse? What'd you call that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so Canada Life Centre.
Yeah.
When it opened was... When did that building
An
open?
arena. What?
When did the new arena open?
Oh, what year?
What year?
It was open. It opened in 2004. It's a postmodern building.
Oh.
So there's that.
Uh-huh. They have that going for it.
It seats 15,500.
Okay. No portrait of the Queen.
No portrait of the Queen. It was designed by Number 10 Architectural Group with another firm called Sink Combs Detlefs. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Detlefs?
Huh. Where do you see this? Detlefs. Sink Combs Detlefs?
Do you think if I just say it fast enough, nobody will be able to hear that it's
It just
wrong?
sounds like a bunch of things you find in the bathroom. Sink, combs, and death threats. Only me? I just got us canceled again, didn't I? It just literally expired.
Oh my God.
Well, good for them.
Well, good for them.
When did the Winnipeg Jets return?
Oh, they came back in 2011.
Okay, but help me understand this.
Okay.
The new Jets are not the old Jets.
No.
Oh, boy. This is like hockey math.
They have the same name.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. We lost a team to Phoenix, and we bought a team from Atlanta. We lost them to the Phoenix Coyotes.
So the old Jets
Went to
are the
Phoenix.
new Phoenix Coyotes.
Yeah, current.
The new Jets are
Yeah.
the old Atlanta Thrashers.
Correct.
Wait, was I right?
Yeah.
The Thrashers? So
Sorry,
they came back
that was
to
loud.
Winnipeg. New team, new logo.
Yes. Yes. Same name. So, yeah. That
Was there ever any question that they were not going to come back as the Jets?
There
They could have
was.
been like the Winnipegs again?
and missed opportunity as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Yeah, no, there was some question. Well, they announced that they would be using the same name, but there was a time where we didn't know what the new team would be called. So there was a chance that they would have a new name.
So I could see on one hand, some people would be like, well, no, you can't call them the Jets because they're not the Jets and the Jets are dead to me. And then other people that are like, yes, Winnipeg, nothing changes.
Or we are the Jets.
And also I have all this merch from before. I don't want to have to take down the giant Go Jets Go sign in my rec room.
Well, I got to think too that maybe like all of the teams have heritage jerseys.
Yeah. And we wouldn't.
What would we have had?
We would have like the no name brand
Or we
font.
or we'd have the jerseys, 5 years on,
Oh.
the heritage would be, I don't know. In 2011, the Winnipeg Jets returned to Winnipeg to the delight of fans.
And their chant, Go Jets Go, which is a big improvement over huzzah, huzzah, strike up the band.
Jibble, jobble. Rah,
Higginbotham.
rah, rah. So the fans bought the 13,000 season tickets in 17 minutes.
Holy. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Do you have any fun facts about the Jets?
Like the new ones?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Do you?
Well,
Maybe
no.
I do.
I wanted to give the Jets a shout out
Okay.
for having personal goal songs
Oh, yes.
for 2022 and 2023.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool thing.
So regular season.
Yes. But they didn't do it last year, right?
No.
No. So this is like a new thing.
Yep.
The personal goal songs. So they play, after a goal, they play the Jets goal song,
Yep.
which is whatever. We looked it up.
It's whatever.
It's whatever. And then they play like the player's personal goal song.
And
So I have picked my top 5.
can I guess what your top 1 is?
Yes.
I can only assume
Okay.
that Schmidt's in there somewhere.
Schmidt is in there. Mambo number 5
Excellent.
by Lou Bega. And it's not the best song,
No, it's terrible.
but I think it gets people going.
It's fun.
It's fun. And he seems like a fun guy.
He is.
He seems like a fun guy.
He sure does.
Kyle Capobianco has chosen Bad Bad Leroy Brown by Jim Croce, which I think like for a deep cut, like a blast from the past, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So what do you got next?
Blake Wheeler,
Yeah.
Hypnotize by Biggie, the Notorious B.I.G.
Yep.
As far as songs to get the crowd going, I'm not sure that would be it, but it's so cool. It's such a cool song.
Cred.
Dylan DeMello. Mm-hmm. This Is How We Do It. Montel Jordan. Because again, nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's got that 90s vibe.
Yeah.
Kids are loving the 90s again.
Yeah.
They didn't live through it. They don't know.
It's true.
They don't know how bad
It's
it
true.
was. My number 1 personal goal song was chosen by Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Yeah, I feel like I know where this is going.
Hey Baby by DJ Otzi. That has to be the greatest song of all time. I literally cry when I listen to that song because I can just picture the joy that it brings to people.
Well, and you should hear it in the arena when the entire crowd is singing.
Like the ooh-ahs,
Everybody.
all of it. The Hey Babies, the ooh-ahs. Do they sing Dubois? Because if they don't, that's a missed opportunity. They need to do that. So I went on Spotify today
Okay.
because I was like, I need to listen to all these songs so I can actually pick a top 5 because some of the songs on the list I didn't recognize.
Well, I was actually wondering if anybody's made a playlist.
Scott Billick,
Yeah?
journalist. Scott Billick has made a Spotify playlist.
Okay.
It is the Winnipeg Jets 2022-2023 goal songs.
Okay.
Super awesome. He saved me the job of making a goal songs playlist.
Did you find any new music in the list?
Nothing that I would enjoy now.
Oh, okay.
Someone has picked Sandstorm
What?
by Darude.
Does that get going enough? Because the reality is you really only get to hear about the first, 20 seconds of the song?
They've got to go somewhere in the middle, like the
Yeah.
yeah. That's my favorite thing.
That's awesome.
Did you want to talk about any other?
Well, I have some kind of nerdy hockey fun facts. Stop peeking at my notes.
I see that you've got a hat trick on there.
Yeah, I've got a hat trick.
Are you trying to define the term hat trick for us?
Well, do you know what a hat trick is?
I do know what a hat trick is.
Do you know where that term originated?
I don't know where that term originated, but do you know who scored the fastest hat trick in history?
No.
Billy Mosienko.
Oh. Speaking of Billy
21
Mosienko-
seconds.
What?
21 seconds.
Really?
He was a Chicago Blackhawk.
I have the Billy Mosienko Arena.
You love the Billy Mosienko Arena.
I have it in my honorable mention. Arena mentions.
For the coolest arenas ever?
Well, for, notable arena architecture in Winnipeg.
On account of the buttresses?
On account of the mattresses.
Now that's located on Keewatin. Is that correct?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the Billy Mosienko Arena?
I have absolutely nothing to tell you. Just other than, I have this short list of 3 arenas that if listener was ever so inclined, they could go drive and perhaps find a new appreciation for.
Maybe sit and take in a game?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are they? Top 3.
The Billy Mosienko Arena.
Mm-hmm.
The Fort Rouge Leisure Center
Really?
for its super graphics.
Okay.
We like super graphics. And the third is the St. James Civic Center.
Why?
Because of the lofty precast concrete entranceway.
Oh, that sounds kind of brutalist.
It's pretty cool. So about the hat trick. Did you want to explain to listener what a hat trick is?
Well, it is when someone scores 3 goals in a game and the crowd celebrates by throwing their hats onto the ice.
They sure do. Do you know what a natural hat trick is?
No.
3 consecutive goals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like uninterrupted by other people's goals.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you throw something different for that?
No.
Like just natural fiber hats?
Natural hats.
Okay, so if you throw your hat onto the ice, is there an opportunity to get it back?
No.
Oh.
They are collected and donated.
Oof. So should you take an extra hat?
Well, or if you are wearing a hat you don't want to throw on the ice, you just don't throw it.
You celebrate by not throwing your hat.
Yeah. You donate some cash to a worthy cause, I guess.
So is that how it got the name Hat Trick?
No.
Oh, how did it get the name Hat Trick?
It's the history on that is a little fuzzy.
Okay.
So there's an older theory that it came from cricket.
Cricket, you say?
Cricket. So
the English sport.
Yeah. Okay. So the older theory is that in 1858, a cricket player took 3 consecutive wickets, meaning he hit the wooden stakes behind the batter 3 consecutive times.
Mm-hmm.
A collection was taken up and used to buy a hat that was presented to him in recognition of his accomplishment.
He got a commemorative hat?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So if you score a hat trick in a hockey game, do you get a hat?
Well, so then
Okay.
the more contemporary theory, and this is the one that the Hockey Hall of Fame uses, says that Hockey Hall of Fame says that the genesis of the term came when a Toronto businessman named Sammy Taft promoted his business by offering a hat to any player who scored 3 goals during an NHL game in Toronto.
Well, I like that too.
Yeah. Wow, we have exhausted. Oh no, I have another one.
You have another. Okay, we have literally 5 flavors of Pocky left.
Okay, we need to dig in.
It smells like hand lotion. That did not stay in. Have they never tasted green tea?
Have they never tried their product?
Jeez, that's a punishment right there. I need a palate cleanser. Almond Crush?
Yeah.
Now, this is a very nubbly. That's an elevated Pocky. 10 out of 10
Yeah.
on Almond Crush.
Do you know about the history of the Winnipeg Whiteout?
I do know what the Winnipeg Whiteout is.
Oh, let's start there.
Well, it's when fans would wear white during the playoffs. Oh, okay. I got that.
She gets a 0 out of 10 for confidence on that one.
I have to say that the Winnipeg fans really show up for the Whiteout.
Yep. Yeah.
I have to commend them for that, especially the women.
What?
Well, they will sit through 3 periods in white pants. You're welcome.
Holy smokes, you're bringing it tonight.
Oof. I told you I came prepared. Not for this. I was prepared for something else entirely.
So the Jets' 1987 playoff victory against the Flames was the scene of the very first Winnipeg Whiteout.
Okay.
And it was, of course, as you said, the fans all dressed in white in order to counter the Calgary Flames' sea of red.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, they tried to be punny with that.
Well, and it's funny, like really quite funny on the heels of your previous jokes.
Speaking of periods. Calgary fans sit in a sea of red.
They're safer. So, yeah, that's...
Well, I hope there's another one this year. You get to bring out your white jersey.
Well, you see, here's the thing, though. So when the Jets play at home,
Yes.
they wear their home jersey,
Which is not white.
which is not white.
Huh. They didn't think that one out.
Nope.
Think that one through.
But what would be a Winnipeg Blue Out? Winnipeg Blue Out?
The Winnipeg blowout in the
Everybody-
Eaton store before it closed.
Everybody has a flat tire on the way. I don't know. What do we do? How do we do
Everyone eats a jetty dog and they raise the roof on Canada Life. Can I have one of my moose
that? Do it.
flavored Pockies
Do it.
now?
Hook me up.
So, once again, as this is a visual medium, the moose flavored Pocky actually looks like it has bubbles in it.
Moosey.
It tastes milky. I would eat that.
This should have been called milk.
It has like a light and airy texture. We have 2 more flavors to get through.
Shall we?
Can I recommend starting with milk flavor for our final 2? This one just looks like a classic chocolate Pocky, but like hefty. Like it has more girth than a usual Pocky.
It's girthier.
And I don't know if it's just because it came in a bigger box that they put larger Pockies in there.
I mean, it's it's fine.
This one's not my favorite.
It's fine.
It's serviceable. Mm-hmm. Okay, but I'm really excited to eat the cherry one. And here's why. It is a heart-shaped stick. This is 11 of 11.
Young Rebecca here.
Well, you're the host.
Oh, what?
Okay, this is 11 of 11. It's a heart-shaped pretzel stick.
Or mine looks just a little bit like a booty.
Well, yeah. I'll give you that.
Oh my God.
I think we might have saved the best for last.
This is the best one.
That is so good. Look how it's pink.
Wow. You know what? The smell lives up to the flavor, which I can't say is the case for any of the others tonight.
Maybe peach.
Peach was still the flavor was milder than the smell. The peach smelled good and tasted good.
This was like getting hit in the face with a bag of cherries.
Yeah.
And in a good way.
A bowl of cherries. A chair of bolies.
Life is a chair of bolies. I really liked cherry. I liked mousse. I liked almond. I liked the fruit flavors. Banana pudding was a surprise.
Banana pudding was pretty neutral for me. Cherry takes the day.
I would say green tea, we're not even going to talk about. Whole wheat? No.
There was one called whole wheat.
The wholesome one. That was the first one we tried.
Wholesome.
Remember 3
Forgettable.
hours ago when we tried the wholesome one?
Yeah, it was forgettable.
It was forgettable. I liked strawberry milk.
Yeah, that was good.
All in all, I would say that was $50 well spent. We should have a listener write in with their favorite flavor of Pocky.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have one more hockey question.
Okay.
So you had an opportunity to beta test the new Winnipeg Jets app.
I did.
Are you super excited about it?
I am.
And what are the benefits of having the app?
So the new Winnipeg Jets app is a dramatic improvement over the NHL app, which is what we had previously. So previously it was an NHL app with a Jets icon.
But now the Jets have their own app.
Yes. And it is slick.
Really?
Yeah. So the NHL app was a web app. So it was just serving data from the internet. And it had a little bit of an interface with Ticketmaster so you could access your tickets, but it was all a little bit cumbersome. The new app is super smooth. They have the new Jets 360, which for season ticket holders is an opportunity to enter contests, for giveaways. It's an opportunity to check in at various True North Sports and Entertainment facilities to get...
Oh, can you check in at the Dale Howard-Check statue?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
See, that's cool.
I did that night.
Oh, the Buble night? That's what you were doing?
Yeah, except it was beta testing, so I didn't actually get to keep the
Meh.
pucks that you get when you do the check-in.
You get pucks?
You get pucks.
That's so cute.
And then you can spend the pucks on opportunities to win things. So that's fun.
That's exciting. And I noticed when we were out that night that you were getting game updates in real time.
Yes.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So you can take the game experience with you.
Yeah, and right from within the app, you can, again, if you're a season ticket holder, you get a QR code, which gives you a discount at the Jets store. So it's having access to all of that sort of in the same spot is really handy.
Do you get like extra relish on your Jet Dog?
Yeah, all the relish. All the relish you want.
All the relish you can relish.
Which for me is none, as we established. Yeah, no, it's very well done. The team that was putting it together also seemed super responsive to any kind of bug reports and things like that. And one of the things that I asked for...
Oh, Lord, here it comes.
I wanted an opportunity to change up the color of the icon. Because right now it's a white Jets icon. So I asked the developers if I could have a blue one. And they said that it was on the feature list.
That's going to be a paid feature. This is going to be like the Twitter checkmark fiasco that's going on right now.
It'll be nothing like that. It will be offered free of charge. It's something that they've identified as something that people want. So.
I feel like I've learned a lot about hockey tonight. Do you feel like you've learned a lot about Pocky tonight?
I have. I've learned what I don't want to buy.
The things we're just finding out tonight.
I come from royalty. Eaton's royalty.
Do you think we
not
should,
really though. Not even
we should
remotely.
give that chant one more go?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Do you want to do it?
I think we should do it together.
Okay.
I'm all hyped up on the hockey now.
It shouldn't be that hard to find. I haven't written Hobble Gobble or Razzle Dazzle ever before in my life.
You would do like an email search. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Can we both see it?
Okay.
Okay.
So this is just for context. We're in the stands at a Winnipeg Victoria's game,
Yeah.
early 1900s.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Hobble, gobble, razzle, dazzle, sis, boom, ba. Victoria, Victoria, rah, rah, rah. Cue the music. She quits. This is it. We broke her.